Hello everyone and welcome into my craft space. Today I'm working with the RachandBella Crafts Step into Spring kit, and in part of a design team challenge, we have divided the design team into 3 groups, A, B, and C. I am group C, and our challenge is to make belly bands with a twist. That's for group C. If you haven't been noticing or following along with the other design team members, they are in the group. I'll put a link in the description box below. You can also get this wonderful kit from Rachel from RachandBella Crafts as well. And there's even freebies for a fun folio and all kinds of fun things to help you create some beautiful things during the spring season. The first thing that I thought came to mind when doing belly bands is maybe, what's a belly band? Some people might not know. A belly band is simply a strip of paper, kind of like a belt. It goes across the page like this, or it can go across the page like this, and you glue it at the top and the bottom, or the left and the right, depending on which way that you have it. And it allows you to slip a piece of card or a journaling card, a picture. It allows you to slip some piece of paper behind the band and make it so that it's considered floating, is what we call it. So floating means that it's movable throughout the journal. So I have a bunch of scraps here. I'm not going to give you dimensions because it really will depend on what is in your journal, what size your journal is, and if you're trying to make it go from top to bottom or left to right, it will just be different in size. So this piece is about 1.5 inches in width, though. You can do it much different sizes, whatever size you have. This is a great way to use your scraps. And there's a couple different ways you can attach these. What I've done here is I've cut this one down to size. I glued a little piece of decoration here. You want to be careful what you put on this, as far as like if you're poking eyelets through or brads through, just make sure that it's got a nice smooth back so that your paper can slip behind there. Now again, there's a couple ways to do this. You can simply glue it on, and you're going to glue the 2 sides here. Or you can create something like this where you would maybe score here and here and put a fold like this, and maybe fold over like this, so that then you are able to use the full width of what is between the paper here, because you would glue on these little tabs that you folded, and then your paper would slide in here. Now, if you're doing it this way, which I'm going to do, where you just glue on the ends here, you have a little less space to work with because your glue is going to take up a little bit of space on your band, but I'm okay with that. So what I'm going to do is just put glue on this one. Since it's going horizontally, I'm just going to put it on the left and the right. And of course, you can use whatever glue you like to use. I would use something that has a really strong hold. Some people use double-sided tape. If I use double-sided tape, I always say tape for today, glue for tomorrow. So use a little bit of some sort of glue with your tape just to make sure it's nice and secure and holding there. I am using my Tonic Nuvo glue, and it works just great for me. One other thing to consider is once you've put this on here, really give it a chance to dry before you start putting things in there, because the edges of this could get stuck to it and you could pull your piece that you've just glued right off of there. So this allows me to put this little tag in here, little journaling card, and then I can still pull it up. And I think this is a fun little reveal. You can see the bunny behind here. So that's a regular belly band, good old plain belly band, not really too much embellishment. It's very flat. It does add a little bit of bulk because it sticks off from the page and allows you to put things under there. But really, I don't feel like this one in particular is adding too much bulk. So let's go with a little bit of a twist. We'll go back here. This one, you can see I've used the same piece of paper here. I had several of these just from cutting my cardstock down to make this book. I've used a 3/4 inch circle punch and poked a hole. And I have done 2 little eyelets up here and put in a piece of ribbon. And you're going, okay, you just told us to keep it flat because we want stuff to slip in here. Well, I'm going to allow things to slip in here, but really I only want it to slip in this space here, not around the circle and not really up here. So that is where I'm going to put my glue. And why the circle is neat is it kind of provides a little specimen window. So I wanted to put it on this page here, but I still wanted to enjoy these beautiful flowers that are down here. So this is a nice little way to feature an item in here or kind of a call out to something. And you can see I just put a piece of book page here. I'm probably going to put another piece of ephemera once I figure out what I want to decorate this strip. So let's glue this down. This one is going to go vertically, so from top to bottom. So we're still going to glue just on the two ends of the belly band here. And you can see I am putting my glue right around those little eyelets. And I'm going to put it down here. I could just leave it right here, but I really don't want things slipping in where this circle is. So I'm going to go ahead and glue right here, just around the circle. So now the only space that will be available to slip things through is between my glue right here. So again, I'm going to figure out which area here of the flower I would like to feature. I want to be able to see just a little bit of this torn edge to be able to enjoy these beautiful flowers, like I said. So right about there. Again, hold it down nice and firm. Now you can clip these if you really want to make it dry or ensure that it's dry. My glue doesn't take too long to dry, but I do love the Tonic Nuvo glue because it gives me a little bit of a chance to change things if I need to scooch something over or so forth like that. So now I can slip things right in here. Again, it will only allow me to go between where I glued from the top up here and just to the top of that circle. So that's all going to be glue. So I still have plenty of room here. I could slip a photo in here. I could put some journaling cards in here or other pieces of ephemera or memorabilia that, you know, you might want to put in there. Or I could even put some little photos here and then slip this in for a nice reveal once you take this out. So it's really nice if you've got those floating elements and you want to have a place to secure them down. Again, it is adding just a little bit of bulk because it does lift off the page just a little bit, and it allows you to slip other things in there, other pages. So that will add more dimension to your book. And this one is only a single signature, so it is getting a little bit thick, but that's kind of my, my bad habit is creating thick books. I like thick books and I cannot lie. All right, so we've got a little specimen window. Of course, you could put a piece of acetate or even that little plastic packaging to make it more like a window. You could make it a shaker element, wherever your creativity will leave you. Hopefully this is just meant to inspire you and get you started. Let's do one more, and this time we're going to make it just a little bit different. I have another twist here. What my plan is I have these two small little envelopes. These were just little, they came with note cards, and they literally were from Joann's, and they were just plain card fronts or card backs that you could, here, I'll show you, that you could decorate however you see fit. And I swiped the envelopes and have put some paper and ink on them. And now we're going to make a little policy closure, and we're going to make these our belly bands. So instead of using just leftover strips of paper or cutting cardstock down, we're going to use our envelopes as the belly band. So let's go ahead and catch this one up to where I'm at. I have kept out some little hole reinforcers like I used on this one, and I'll show you how we get this policy closure. I am going to use some brads here. Whoops. And a hole punch. And I did kind of a pink one on the top and then a yellow one on the bottom. Again, you can use anything that you have, and these are just brads, so you don't have to use a hole punch, but I do really like to. I'm going to put this on here first. This is just a die cut that I have, but you can make these out of two different sizes of circle punches, your hole reinforcers. And then we'll put this one right down here where we want them to go. And you can, of course, measure exactly where the center is and all that jazz. I'm just gonna do it just kind of by eyeballing it, and that is close enough for me. So then I just took the little spike of my scissors. Since I'm only doing brads, if you're doing eyelets, you'll want to use your crocodile and poke a hole and then set your eyelet here. But I'm using brads today, so I literally just need a little hole poked in the center there so the brad can fit right through. And I put some washi tape on the inside of this envelope because this is where the adhesive was. So if this were to get some sort of moisture or whatever, that adhesive would stick down if we didn't address it. So you can put a piece of paper here, piece of washi, whatever, to cover that adhesive that normally comes on your envelopes. Well, let's just take a look at it plain, just like this. There was like this stickum stuff up here. Okay, and then we need to do this one, and I'm going to do it kind of the same way here, but I do need to make sure that I am addressing the brad tabs on the inside of this one, because if I want to use this envelope, which I do, these little brad tabs that are inside here will now be kind of in the way. We can just simply put a piece of tape right over that, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can use a piece of washi if it will stick. Some of my washi is really sticky and some of it is not sticky at all. So again, like I said, if it will stick, this is just cheap. We call it Scotch tape here in the States, but it's just dollar store tape. And I'm going to just try to put it in here, covering the brad tabs so that it makes a nice smooth surface. You could, of course, glue a piece of card or something in here, book page, over the whole area, and then it would all be one nice smooth layer in there. Or like I said, just put a piece of tape in there and now it's nice and smooth, so when we put something in there, it's not a problem. I just put a little scrap of lace and a little piece of washi tape. So you can kind of see the brown washi tape behind that one. I don't know where that roll went, but we'll go ahead and use pink for this one. I have this collection of washi tapes that I've been using in this journal, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy. We just want something to cover these little brad tabs. Again, the glue is just to help my washi tape stick. We'll put it right over there, and this really isn't going to be seen that much because we're going to cover it with lace. And we'll go ahead and press this really good. Get any of that extra glue out of there, and see, I think that's really pretty. You could just leave it like that. Can't really see the brad anyways, but of course, who doesn't like a little bit of lace? Trim this edge here. And if those brad tabs don't bother you, you can definitely just leave them exposed if you want. Okay, then we're going to put our little piece of lace just in here, so it just barely hangs out the edge, kind of covers the little piece of washi and adds another layer over that brad tab, just like so. Glue, I prefer to use hot glue for my lace, but you can of course use Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1 or whatever glue you like to use for attaching your lace. Again, I just want to leave a little bit of an edge out of there. And give it a little second to dry. Oops. Maybe. There we go. And then when that folds down, we just have a little lip there. Okay. Now on this one, I made the policy closure, which is what this is called when it has the little twisties, like so. And it goes around in a little figure 8. And then with this leftover string, you can hang a charm or whatever you want to do. So let's do that on this one. I am just using some embroidery thread from Daiso. This is super thin. When you're securing your brads, make sure that you don't put it so flush on the paper that you can't get a string underneath. One just like this. And then I did leave a little bit of an edge here, but that is just for my ease of use, because trying to tie it, if it's tiny, can be very difficult and challenging. And for the sake of the video, I want to make sure you're not just watching me struggle. So we're going to tie the knot and you pull it so it attaches to that brad there. So that was one. I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Depending on the thickness of your thread, you might do it 2 or 3 times. This is really thin thread, so I'm sure it'll be able to get in there. And again, like I said, you can put a little bead or charm or something here if you want to. I also sometimes just like to cut this piece off so that there's just one thread hanging here to wrap around. And I don't like to go too many times because I struggle with these sometimes and they get a little tangly. So I just like to leave it a couple of times and then a little bit of thread down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this together so that it is our belly band with a twist. I've got some double-sided tape. I'm going to put this on my envelopes here, just as close to the edge as I can, because the distance between the glue is going to be the size of the area we're able to put something. So that will decide the size of the tag or the size of the note card or whatever it is that you want to put into this little belly band. And we'll go ahead and peel off this little piece. Some people use their pokey tool to peel it. I have nails, so I just most of the time use that and have okay success. Pull that off, and we'll pull this one off. Not too bad. And then, like I said, I still like to use liquid glue right over the top. Tape for today, glue for tomorrow. And I try to stay on the other side of this tape, so that way I'm not using up the area that I want to stay without glue. I'm going to head and do this one as well. Just a little line of glue here. Now the reason I've added both types of adhesive is because I just really want it to have strength. And the tape will secure it like right now, and the glue will hold it for tomorrow. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put these here. I've kind of got this page, I've got a little piece of trim. It's kind of a plain page. You could put a background back here, whatever you wanna do. And I'm gonna leave a little bit of a distance from the top. This is merely up to you for preference. And of course, you can use a ruler and really line this up and, you know, do whatever you feel is best. Now I want to leave a little gap in between here so that I can see the items slipping back there. I think that's kind of neat, but you can put them as close or far apart as you would like. And I want to make sure I have a little bit of room for my envelope to open up here. I feel like I got that a little crooked. And when you put that liquid adhesive over the double-sided tape, it does allow you a little bit of wiggle room, so you can kind of move things around. So now we have our little policy closures in these envelopes that can open here, and we can put something in both of these pockets. But it's also a fun little belly band. And I made a tag already that I'm hoping will fit in between here. So this is just using a beautiful image from the Step Into Spring digital kit and some cardstock, a little piece of packaging paper that I stitched into a ruffle, a tab that has some texture on that paper there, and then an Easter egg eyelet. And on the back, of course, you could put a photo here, you could put a sentiment here, you could put some journaling on the back or the front, whatever you want to do. But the whole purpose of this video is to show you a belly band with a twist. So this still acts as a belly band. It's not a pocket, and the way it differs from a pocket is because we would glue the two sides on the bottom if it were just a pocket. But now this can slip between both of these. So you could have a longer tag or journaling card or whatever it is that you like. And I really like how it slips back there. And then, of course, you can pull it right on out. So there we have it, belly bands, like 3 different ways. I hope you'll try these with a twist. Go get Rachel's kit, check out her Facebook group, check out the other design team members, and just have fun with whatever it is that you're making and crafting this spring. Thanks so much for watching. I'd love it if you'd like, subscribe, and hype the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to catch this other video as I craft the cover. You can watch along. I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.